and thank you for joining me tonight. Before we begin, find a comfortable position. Let your shoulders relax, soften your jaw, and allow your breathing to become slow and easy. There is nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to be, and nothing to think about for the next little while. Tonight, I'm going to tell you a gentle story. A story that drifts as slowly as the evening breeze. A story that asks nothing of you. A story that simply invites you to rest. So, close your eyes if they aren't already closed. Take one slow breath in and slowly breathe out. Now, let's begin. As the last golden light of the day faded beyond the rolling hills of the American countryside, the sky slowly transformed into a masterpiece of soft colors. Gentle shades of peach, lavender, pale blue, and warm pink stretched across the horizon, while the first evening stars quietly awakened, one after another. Far away from busy highways, crowded cities, and noisy streets, there was a peaceful little cabin resting beside a calm silver lake. The cabin had stood there for many years, surrounded by towering pine trees, graceful maple trees, and wildflowers that gently danced whenever the evening breeze wandered through the forest. Its windows glowed with a warm golden light. Smoke drifted lazily from the stone chimney, rising slowly into the cool evening air before disappearing among the stars. The forest was beginning its nightly routine. Birds tucked themselves beneath soft feathers inside carefully built nests. Tiny rabbits disappeared into warm underground burrows. Curious squirrels curled into leafy homes high among the branches. A family of deer quietly crossed a meadow filled with tall grass before disappearing into the peaceful woods. Every living thing seemed to understand that nighttime had arrived. Inside the cozy cabin lived a gentle golden retriever named Charlie. Charlie loved evenings more than any other part of the day. He would never rush. Instead, he stretched each paw slowly, then another, and finally, the last two, before letting out the biggest, sleepiest yawn anyone could imagine. His fluffy tail wagged only once or twice. Even his tail seemed sleepy tonight. Charlie padded quietly across the smooth wooden floor. Each step created the softest little creak. The familiar sound made the cabin feel warm, safe, and full of happy memories. He gently pushed open the front door and stepped onto the old wooden porch. The cool evening breeze greeted him with the fresh scent of pine trees, cedarwood, damp earth, and blooming wildflowers. Charlie sat down. He looked across the lake. The water was perfectly still. Not a single ripple disturbed its glass-like surface. The moon had just begun climbing above the trees. Its silver reflection stretched across the lake like a ribbon of glowing light. Tiny fireflies floated through the tall grass nearby. Blink, pause, blink, pause. Their tiny lights appeared and disappeared so slowly that it almost seemed like they were breathing. Charlie watched them quietly. There was no need to hurry, no clocks, no schedules, only peaceful moments gently passing by. A loon called softly across the lake. Its lonely, beautiful song echoed through the quiet night before fading into silence. An owl answered from deep within the forest. Somewhere nearby, crickets began their gentle nighttime chorus. The leaves overhead whispered together as the breeze slowly wandered through the trees. Charlie listened carefully, one peaceful sound after another, each one softer than the last, each one calmer than the last, each one inviting him a little closer to sleep. The stars multiplied overhead until the sky became filled with thousands upon thousands of tiny, sparkling lights. Charlie imagined that every star was quietly watching over someone who needed a peaceful night's sleep. Perhaps one of those stars was watching over you tonight. The cool night air wrapped gently around the cabin. Inside, the fireplace continued its slow, comforting crackle. The room smelled of cedarwood, fresh pine, cinnamon, warm blankets, and homemade bread that had been baked earlier that day. Charlie returned inside. He circled his favorite blanket once, then twice, before curling himself into a perfect little circle beside the warm fire. His breathing became slower, gentler, quieter. The flames danced softly. The wind whispered outside. The moon climbed higher. Even the trees seemed to grow sleepy. The entire forest rested together beneath the quiet night sky. Charlie closed one eye, then the other. He took one slow breath in and one long, peaceful breath out. Soon he was dreaming. He dreamed of endless green meadows beneath bright blue skies. Gentle rivers flowed over smooth stones. Butterflies floated lazily through fields of colorful wildflowers. Warm sunshine rested gently on his fur. There was nowhere he needed to go. Nothing he needed to finish. Nothing waiting for tomorrow. Only peace. Only quiet. Only rest. And as Charlie dreamed peacefully, the little cabin remained warm and still. The lake reflected every star. The forest stood silent beneath the moon. The breeze became softer. The crickets sang more quietly. The fire settled into glowing embers. Everything was calm. Everything was safe. Everything was exactly as it should be. So now, as this peaceful night continue, allow your thoughts to drift away like clouds moving slowly across the moon. Feel your body becoming heavier. Feel your breathing becoming slower. And know that this quiet little cabin, resting beside the silver lake beneath a sky full of stars, will be waiting for you whenever you need a place of peace. Sleep deeply. Sleep peacefully. And may your dreams be as calm as the still waters of the lake. Good night.